guys, I just wanted to let you know that I will be streaming tomorrow, Tuesday, May 16th. I will be doing a stream from 6 p.m. Central Time to 9 p.m. Central Time. So tune in. We're going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons on the Roll20 website. So come check it out if you like Dungeons and Dragons. Me and my friends have just started a campaign, so all of you are welcome to join in, chime in, and if it goes over well, we might make it a regular thing. So if you'd like to participate and talk to me as I'm DMing, please feel free to stop by twitch.tv/Inez27. The link is, of course, in the video description. Now, enjoy the draft video. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. So the rare, Heaven and Earth. I think it's a good spell. I feel like I never get to play it though. Blood Rage Brawler, which I'm kind of leaning towards, but we also have Compulsory Rest, which is some removal. But Blood Rage Brawler puts people away pretty quick if they can't deal with them. And I've found aggro to be pretty good in this format. So Brawler, I think we're going to just take over Initiate's Companion, Compulsory Rest, Bitterblade Warrior, even Initiate. Ooh, there's a Vitalist in here too. I mean, I like mid-range decks more, but Brawler just beats down so hard. You really can't beat a 2-mana 4/3 that's not even a rare. It's pretty crazy, actually, how efficient he is. And the fact that if he's your last card that you play, like you top deck him, he still just comes out, no disadvantage or anything. Pretty amazing. Alright, well, I think the best card in this pack is probably the Angler Drake. Could take the Gustwalker because it's aggressive, so it goes well with the Blood Rage Brawler. Angler Drake, not so aggressive, but just a really good card nonetheless. Certainly better than Gustwalker. So I could just go for Boros Beats, get as many Gustwalkers as I can. It's probably a little bit too early. So let's just take the best card, I guess, the Angler Drake. Figure out if we can make this come together. Well, here's an Enigma Drake if we want to tie our two current cards together. Otherwise, there's an Aven Initiate, which is probably a safer pick than Enigma Drake. Enigma Drake is a bit of a build around. I did do it in my first draft, though, and I thought it was a fun card to play. This pack's not super deep either. It's got Grasping Dunes as one of the uncommons. Sixth Sense, which no one really cares about. Ancient Crab. A lot of cards that are pretty mediocre, so I don't think Enigma Drake or even Initiate are going to wheel. We'll probably just take the Initiate, I guess. Less of a build around. Mostly just all around good. Alright, Soulscar Mage, Emberhorn Minotaur, Scavenger. Is foil Soulscar Mage worth anything? If it is, I'll probably take it, but otherwise, whatever. Well, a regular one's worth 17 cents, so I imagine that a foil one's not worth that much more. Could just take the Emberhorn Minotaur. I know this thing beats down pretty effectively. The Scavenger is not bad. I actually like this card. 2-drop Looter. Emberhorn Minotaur probably finishes people a little bit better, though. Alright, we'll take the Minotaur. Alright, another Initiate. We've got Irrigated Farmland, which I think is actually worth a few tickets. 2 tickets. It's not bad. There's also a Tormenting Voice, another Aven Initiate, Gustwalker. I think I'm just going to take the farmland. We get to play it, and it's worth 2 tickets. So we get a cycle land that we can for sure play, I guess, if we're in blue, and then Get a couple tickets on top of that. Not bad. So here's a Seeker of Insight. There's also Desert Ceradon. I really like the Ceradon. There's also an Evolving Wilds. And that's about it. I guess we'll take the Ceradon. I like the card. Works with cycle synergies. If it's in your opener, you can cycle it. If you top deck it late, you're happy to have a 6-mana 6/4. So, pretty awesome card all around. Faith of the Devoted. Well, does no one like this card anymore? Is everyone over it? It's a fun build around, I think. So I'm going to take it over a Bitterblade Warrior and Evolving Wilds. Also works as Blood Rage Brawler. Not to be overlooked. So here's some good blue cards. There's a Soul Stinger in black to follow up after the Faith of the Devoted. I actually think Soul Stinger's a legitimately good card. Otherwise, yeah, Serpent and Floodwaters are some cycle utility stuff. I think Soul Stinger's better than both of them. It's a tough card to do things to. Like, you don't want to kill it because then they lose something. You don't want to, and then it can also be a 4/5. I feel like it's actually just really diverse, all the things you can do with it. So a couple late white cards that are good. I like Supernatural Stamina. I think it's actually a pretty excellent combat trick. Does kind of suck with Blood Rage Brawler, though, doesn't it? Comes back and you have to discard. Yeah, but it's such a cheap trick, like the band, that you kind of just want to take it. So there's Miasmic Mummy, got some Faith synergy, otherwise Pursue Glory, Pump Team, and then Violent Impact. All of which are okay. I think we're actually going to take the Pursue Glory over the Mummy. Okay, Nimble Blade Kenra. Sure. Scribe here. Late white cards. Guess we'll take the Those Who Serve. Tormenting Voice. The Desert. Okay. So, still trying to find our direction. Most likely red. And then we don't quite know what our second color is yet. Okay, so Baleful Ammit, which is definitely good. We have an Aven Wind Guide. Blighted Bat, another Stamina. It's probably just the Ammit. This card is pretty awesome. Tough to ever deny the efficiency. So, okay. Taking it. Ooh, Crasher is obviously good. There's also a Desert Ceradon and a Gravedigger. Jeez. Probably want the Crasher. If we ever get to go Blood Rage Brawler into Crasher, we're looking pretty nice. Gravedigger is quite good too. And there's a Splendid Agony. I'm still going to take the Crasher. This card is just so good and aggressive. So, I mean, I'll do as much red as I can because we're, at this point, we are red. Like, I've accepted that we're a red deck. So, like, we can take a Neff Crop Entangler here over the second Faith of the Devoted, which I guess no one likes anymore, sadly. Sadly for Faith. Let's see what a foil Sheltered Thicket is worth, though. I'm kind of curious. It's worth a couple tickets. So I could take it, but Entangler is kind of more in line with what we're trying to do, which is beat down, baby. Yeah, this card is... We're just too well set up to beat down efficiently to not take Neff Crop Entangler here. I mean, I could still attempt to just craft a Faith of the Devoted deck, but I think we're doing ourselves a disservice by doing that. So we're already well set up to be some sort of black-red beatdown. I think white's out of the picture at this point. Just with Stamina, Ammit, and Soul Stinger, which is probably better than our Angler Drake Initiate plan overall. And like I said, I'll pick as many... We'll just prioritize red first, and then black or blue. So now we can take Brute Strength over the Ceradon. There's also a Curse Minotaur. Curse Minotaur is good. I like this card. This card beats in efficiently. Removal, we're currently just rocking a Supernatural stamina, though, so we kind of need the combat trick more, honestly. Which is a bit sad, because I really do like Curse Minotaur, but Brute Strength pushes damage through, and it's just a trick I think our deck needs. Because aggro doesn't work too well if you don't have removal or tricks, so despite my sadness for taking it over a Minotaur, we are going to go with Brute Strength here. And at this point, I'm willing to, I guess, just ditch out on the Faith of the Devoted, which means we're still blue versus black as our secondary color. So here's a Pathmaker Initiate, which is just pretty efficient. Or we could take the Wasteland Scorpion, which has Death Touch. I think the Initiate's more in line with what we're trying to do, which is, because especially since we're not 100% sure if we're black yet. But Initiate is just good. It allows you to push damage through, which is obviously very necessary and good. And it synergizes just perfectly well with this Minotaur Sure Shot that we're going to pick up. So, pretty perfect. Alright, Soul Stinger number 2 over the Open into Wonder. And why don't we just go ahead and pull the trigger on this black-red aggro deck here. Which means I guess Irrigated Farmland's not happening either. That's okay. So our deck still needs quite a few cards, actually. Dune Beetle doesn't really fit in with our plan. I guess we'll take the Khopesh. This could make the deck, possibly. Take the Mummy now, I guess. Okay, so Ceradon. We could try out this Hazaret's Favor. I don't really like the card that much, though. Desert Ceradon's looking less good for us, too, though. We don't really need the 6 drops. We'll try it out. I think we'll consider Hazaret's Favor. It actually is kind of cool with Soul Stinger. Play a 4-drop, attack with a 4/3, and then when it dies, you get to -2 something. It's actually not that bad. It's not bad with Exert either. I don't know. We'll consider it. Just nobody likes Faith of the Devoted anymore. How sad. Such a fun build around. Too bad we can't do it. I mean, I guess we actually do have 5 cards that work with it, and we could make it 6 if we take this Monument, though the Monument's not looking that sexy in here either. It does give Faith... Alright, just the fact that it has Faith Synergy, it would also, like I said, be our 6th card that technically works with Faith of the Devoted right now. Because we have Ceradon, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad. Surprisingly not bad. So we'll take the black card, especially considering we have an entire pack to find more synergies with it. So, I mean, my mandatory minimum is 8 cards that synergize with your cycling enablers, or your cycling payoffs, rather. So 8 enablers is a minimum for a payoff. Which I think we could definitely get out of pack 3 here. Things that are easily cuttable now if we build around the Faith of the Devoted, I guess I'll take this, are the Khopesh, probably the Kenra. This card's pretty mediocre. Alright. So yeah, we have pack 3 to find some stuff for this Faith of the Devoted. What's Scattered Groves worth again? I would get all these lands. I don't even know what they're worth. It's worth less than a ticket, but since we're not in green and white, not that good for us either. There's a Flameblade, Adept, Fling, Evolving Wilds, Limits of Solidarity. What's the best card, though? Honestly, nothing here is really standing out to me as all that good for us. Could just take the Adept. It's a 1-drop aggressive card. It has random synergy with some of our discard and cycle effects. Probably wheel the limits anyway. Alright, I guess I'll take the Adept. It does have Menace after all. So there's a Cartouche, Thresher Lizard. Probably want the Splendid Agony, considering it's like our first real removal spell. Drakehaven too. Man. I wish. I wish. So we'll take Agony, passing Mummy and Lizard, and Cartouche will probably wheel one of them, I suspect. Lord of the Accursed. I wish that we had more zombies. Probably can just take Horror of the Broken Lands. Could actually take the second Brute Strength too. Does let you push damage through. But I guess we need a couple more creatures. So, and this one still works on the Faith plan, potentially. Alright, we'll take it. It's a good card nonetheless. Ooh, Sniper. Alright, we'll take the Sniper. Over the Minotaur, which is, the Minotaur is definitely good. But, and so is Wander in Death, but we'll take the Sniper. I'll take it. Another Faith Devoted. That's so crazy. Take it over Pitiless Vizier. That is a lot of Faces Devoted, but I'll consider it because I'm crazy like that. So we can take a Tormenting Voice. We could take the Consuming Fervor. So now the Tormenting Voice has synergy with our 3 Faces Devoted, the Sniper, and the Adept. We probably just want that, although I think Consuming Fervor would also be great for this deck as a nice beatdown card, but we'll take Tormenting Voice. We've got a plan now. We've got a plan, and we're going to stick to it. So probably Initiate may be able to go. We can afford to have less creatures because we have Tormenting Voice, which can find us whatever we need. Actually, Hazoret's Favor is going to go over that card. We can definitely play 16 lands in here, no problem. So we could take the Impact now. It's the only cycle card. Alright. Just in case. Just doing a count on synergies here. Actually have more than you might think. And we'll take a Ceradon now. Evolving Wilds. I don't need it. I don't really need Painful Lesson either with double Tormenting Voice. Don't really need Fling. Alright, we'll take the Evolving Wilds. I think it's going to make the deck too. Alright, we'll take the Mummy. I think with triple Faith of the Devoted, it's more what we're into over the Scarab Feast and the Thresher Lizard. Bantu's Monument, don't need that, don't need this. We'll take this one, though we're not going to do it. So we have to make 3 cuts. I think we're going to cut the Stamina. As much as I like it, and the fact that we're Removal Light, it would be good, but guess we'll take Stinging Shot. I don't think we need another Cycler, though. We ended up with just way more discard than I thought we would. I still think we're going to do the Monument just because of how good it is with Faith of the Devoted. Just every creature turns into a drain at that point. I think I'm probably going to cut the Adept. Just because I don't want to... Basically, I want to keep every single card in my deck that discards. I could cut the Pathmaker Initiate, I guess. It just has random Sure Shot synergy, which I probably don't need. Okay. So yeah, I think we're cutting. What's our weakest creatures? I think our weakest creatures maybe the Adept, the Initiate, The bat, probably. So if I cut, and the stamina, so I could cut like, I could cut these 4 cards. And then let me do a count on how many cycle discard effects I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is pretty adequate. Running Violent Impact is pretty mediocre, though. It does deal with some weird artifacts, I guess, like the uncommon one. But I could cut like Violent Impact for the stamina, bring it back, have a nice cheap combat trick alongside Brute Strength since we are Removal Light. Because Violent Impact is just so mediocre. So then I still have 10 interactions with Faith of the Devoted, which is pretty good. That's so 1 in 4 cards in our deck are going to do something. 1 in 4 spells we cycle or use with Tormenting Voice, whatever. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. And bringing the Supernatural Stamina in, I think, just makes more sense than Violent Impact. That way I've got some good, cheap tricks here. And Pursue Glory should just stay in because you can randomly kill people with it. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this, actually. And we'll do the Evolving Wilds. That way we can do one more black than red, I guess, which they agree with. So then we're 9-8, which is pretty good, actually. All right. So black-red, Faith the Devoted, Ruthless Sniper. Is there anything I mean, I could still consider running the Flameblade Adept over something. But I think I like every other creature more. Even the Entangler. So, okay. Yeah, black-red. Black-red sort of aggro, sort of win in the late game if I need to plan, I guess. Pretty strange deck, but yeah, this will do the trick. All right. We'll keep this like this, and we'll see you round 1.